So Lizzo is back. She's been releasing singles, and it's been met with lukewarm reception, a lukewarm response. Now, after what had happened with her and her dancers on her team and what she was accused of, I believe there's a correlation. Now, I don't like speaking negatively about black women on camera, publicly, privately. I really don't like. I don't enjoy it. I feel like us as black people, we're so dunked on by society. I'm not going to get on camera and do the dunking. But for a woman like Lizzo and what she was accused of, some people just don't deserve that grace. While I'm not going to dunk on her, I understand the correlation between what she's accused of, what her public perception is, and that correlation to her records not performing the way that she thought it would, how Atlantic thought, or maybe even previous fans of Lizzo. I don't know if they're still fans now, but unfortunately, there is a direct correlation between the success of your record and your public perception and how much you're liked at the moment. Now, you could be someone as polarizing and have people hate listen or hate watch, but I believe the notion that a quote unquote hater is just a confused fan. If there's no reception, that means nobody cares, and indifference is the worst experience to have as a music artist. And I think Lizzo is in that indifferent zone. So she had this to say about the response. The way this world treats black women is sickening. Blacklisted Janet, and now 20 years later, y'all calling her music cute black girl bops and giving her flowers. Dogged Whitney for her love life and called her an addict for laughs, but now y'all want to honor her. Y'all laughed at Tina's abuse and never let her forget the least protected person in America. ... The quote is a black woman. And the first response to this tweet is what I know she's going to expect. And this is a PR nightmare. Without it being completely addressed and dismissed and the case dropped, this is going to be a PR nightmare for Lizzo because she makes pop music. Pop music. The success of pop music directly relates to how well you are liked in the public thus far. There's people that are putting out dog shit music in pop music, mediocre music, behind the curve, like you've long staged your welcome and far past your prime, or at least you're making outdated music to the point where you're still giving grace because they like you. When they don't like you, they're going to push you faster off the cliff or out of the door. And you would have to make some sensational music to be back in the graces if your reputation and your perception is not great at the moment. First response, and how did you treat the black women dancers on your team? Second response, the song isn't good, babe. What do you want from us? Yes, she is black. Singles are flopping, so she pulled out her old trick. We have a hit on her hands. You only care about black people when it's convenient. This is 37,000 impressions, 29,000 impressions, 18,000 impressions, 24,000 impressions, 62,000 impressions. You get my drift. This is getting a lot of visibility because there are a lot of people that agree with these sentiments. Now, there's going to be people that don't agree with these sentiments and disagree. You're always going to have two sides of it, You're going to have one opinion, you're going to have another opinion, and somewhere the truth is in the middle. And we don't have the truth because the case is still pending, at least to my knowledge, right? Let's see if I can find any case. Did it get dismissed? If it got dismissed, okay, it looks like it got dismissed. A Los Angeles federal judge dismissed Lizzo from a harassment lawsuit filed by her former wardrobe assistant, Asha Daniels, ruling that Daniels could not sue Lizzo as an individual, but the lawsuit against Lizzo's company, Big Girl Touring, remains. Oh, the lawsuit remains against Lizzo's personal company. So this does not necessarily mean that what she's accused of did not happen. Right? Let's click on Rolling Stone. This is of December 5th, 2024. So late last year, a federal judge, and I know A federal judge, I thought they're going to do that thing like, you got to log in to read, you got to pay this, whatever. I'm not paying shit, Rolling Stone. You haven't made enough money. A federal judge in Los Angeles has ruled plaintiff Asha Daniels has no standing to sue Lizzo as an individual after identifying the Grammy winners' touring and payroll companies as her employers in a decision obtained by Rolling Stone U.S. District Judge Fernando L. Rocha. Aniel Rocha dismissed all 7 causes of action against Lizzo and said Daniels can't try again. Lizzo's tour manager, Carlina Gugliotta, also was cut loose from the lawsuit, but Big Touring Inc. remains a defendant. Okay. Lizzo's company was not dismissed. That's all I want to see. I just want to get the legality because people are like, well, it says it was dismissed. You got to read the fine print. So, with that still pending, you can go on Kai Cenat stream. You can do all these different things. You can stand next to people that are in the good graces of people. But with you being such a body positivity person, such a all-inclusive person, such a we all stand together, you know, unity and stuff like that, you can't have that type of dirt on your reputation and expect to be successful with these type of records, these pop records. The only way, I think, if I were to give some advice for Lizzo, she wouldn't take it. She'd be like, what are you giving me advice for? If you care about your sales, you're going to have to tiptoe around it, and it's not really smart to address an open case if it's still open and your company is still to defend it and you're still liable, even though you as the individual, that case got dismissed, you're still not out of the doghouse, right? So there has to be a way for you to address, you kind of have to play the victim role, and she probably is doing that right now, clearly, but you got to lean all the way into it. We don't want no major chords. It's got to be all minor chords. It's got to be something visual, impactful, and it has to cut through. Because if you're still making the Truth Hurts type of records, them type of major chord records right now, it's probably not going to work. It's probably going to flop. Just being honest. I'm not saying Lizzo is deserving of this criticism, but if she did it and she did what she was accused of, then she does not deserve the grace. She's going to have to deal with the repercussions and the consequences of her actions. All of us make actions in life as independent adults, and the actions and decisions that we make have consequences. You can't hide behind the black woman trope about like, yo, what you did in the dark is going to come into the light, especially if you're going to make cookie cutter, bland, devoid of any type of theme, any type of substance. Not to say that Lizzo herself and her career is devoid of any substance in her career, but some of those lead singles, you're on Atlantic Records, they're going to want you to push cookie cutter pop music that doesn't lean one way or the other. And if it does lean one way, it is to the popular and majority opinion. If you are not popular, you cannot push these type of records. You're going to have to lean on going against the grain. Is what it is, Lizzo. I would work on that reputation, and I would lean away from the least protected person in America as a black woman when your dancers were also black and they're accusing you of some heinous things. So there's something that needs to change there. It needs to be more accountability on your part and your company's part and people that are pushing your records, or you're probably going to be meeting the same lukewarm response going forward. All right. Y'all let me know in the comment box what you think down below. Steve Lovino, as always, y'all be safe. Shwee!